A Greek-English lexicon is a standard lexicographical work of the ancient Greek language. Liddell and Scott's lexicon. The lexicon was begun in the 19th century and is now in its 9th edition, based on the earlier Handwörterbuch der griechischen Sprache by the German lexicographer Franz Parso, which in turn was based on Johann Gottlob Schneider's Kritisches Griechisch-Deutsches Handwörterbuch. It has served as the basis for all later lexicographical work on the ancient Greek language, such as the ongoing Greek-Spanish dictionary project Diccionario Griego-Español. It was edited by Henry George Liddell, Robert Scott, Henry Stuart Jones and Roderick Mackenzie, and published by the Oxford University Press. It is now conventionally referred to as Liddell and Scott, Liddell Scott Jones, or LSJ, and its three sizes are sometimes referred to as the Little Liddell, the Middle Liddell, and the Big Liddell, or the Great Scott. According to Stuart Jones's preface to the 9th edition, the creation of the lexicon was originally proposed by David Alfonso Talboys, an Oxford publisher. It was published by the Clarendon Press at Oxford rather than by Talboys because he died before the first edition was complete. The second through sixth editions appeared in 1845, 1849, 1855, 1861, and 1869. The first editor of the LSJ, Henry George Liddell, was Dean of Christ Church, Oxford, and the father of Alice Liddell, the eponymous Alice of the writings of Lewis Carroll. The 8th edition is the last edition published during Liddell's lifetime. The LSJ is sometimes compared and contrasted with a Latin dictionary by Lewis and Short, which was also published by Oxford University Press. For comparisons between the two works, see the article on Lewis and Short's dictionary. It is also sometimes compared with the Bauer lexicon, which is a similar work focused on the Greek of the New Testament. Greek scholars use these books so much that a short memorable rhyme has been written to describe the seminal work. Liddell and Scott. Liddell and Scott. Some of it's riddle, and some of it's rot. That which is riddle was written by Liddell. That which is rot was written by Scott. Condensed editions. Two condensed editions of LSJ were published by Oxford and remain in print. In 1843, the same year as the full lexicon's publication, a lexicon, abridged from Liddell and Scott's Greek-English lexicon, sometimes called the Little Liddell, was published. Several revised editions followed. For example, a reprint, retypeset in 2007, of the 1909 edition is available from Simon Wallenberg Press. In 1889, an intermediate edition of the lexicon, an intermediate Greek-English lexicon, was prepared on the basis of the 7th edition of LSJ. In comparison to the smaller abridgment, this, Middle Liddell, contains more entries covering the essential vocabulary of most commonly read ancient Greek literature, adds citations of the authors to illustrate the history of Greek usage, and provides more help with irregular forms. The supplement. After the publication of the 9th edition in 1940, shortly after the deaths of both Stuart Jones and Mackenzie, the OUP maintained a list of addenda a corrigenda, which was bound with subsequent printings. However, in 1968, these were replaced by a supplement to the LSJ. Neither the addenda nor the supplement has ever been merged into the main text, which still stands as originally composed by Liddell, Scott, Jones, and Mackenzie. The supplement was initially edited by M. L. West. Since 1981, it has been edited by P. G. W. Glare, editor of the Oxford Latin Dictionary. Since 1988, it has been edited by Glare and A. Thompson. As the title page of the lexicon makes clear, this editorial work has been performed with the cooperation of many scholars. The supplement primarily takes the form of a list of additions and corrections to the main text, sorted by entry. The supplemental entries are marked with signs to show the nature of the changes they call for. Thus, a user of the lexicon can consult the supplement after consulting the main text to see whether scholarship after Jones and Mackenzie has provided any new information about a particular word. As of 2005, the most recent revision of the supplement, published in 1996, contains 320 pages of corrections to the main text, as well as other materials. Here is a typical entry from the revised supplement. X kappa beta omicron upsilon tau pi omicron omicron mu alpha iota to be changed into a cow, S.fr. 269a, 37r. The small x indicates that this word did not appear in the main text at all. S.fr. refers to the collected fragmentary works of Sophocles. One interesting new source of lexicographic material in the revised supplement is the Mycenaean inscriptions. The 1996 revised supplement's preface notes, "At the time of the publication of the first supplement it was felt that the Ventres decipherment of the Linear B tablets was still too uncertain to warrant the inclusion of these texts in a standard dictionary. Ventres's interpretation is now generally accepted and the tablets can no longer be ignored in a comprehensive Greek dictionary." Electronic editions. The 9th edition of LSJ has been freely available in electronic form since 2007, having been digitized by the Perseus project. Diogenes, a free software package, incorporates the Perseus data and allows easy offline consultation of LSJ on Mac OS X, Windows, and Linux platforms. Marcion is another open-source application that users includes the Perseus LSJ. For mobile devices, both the Kindle e-ink and the iPhone, iPod Touch feature data ported from Perseus. The Android market also currently offers the intermediate LSJ as an offline downloadable app for free or for a small price. A CD-ROM version published and sold by Logos Bible Software also incorporates the supplement's additions to the 9th edition of LSJ. A new online version of LSJ was released in 2011 by the Thesaurus Lingua Gracie. The TLG version corrects a large number of typographical errors, and includes links to the extensive TLG textual corpus. A Kindle version is also available, allowing search from most classical Greek word forms and supporting a growing number of ancient, classical Greek texts for this device. Complete Liddell and Scott's lexicon with inflections, translations. The lexicon has been translated into modern Greek by Anastas Constantinidis and was published on 1904 with the title H. Liddell, R. Scott Alpha, Kappa Omega Nu Sigma Tau Alpha Nu Tau Iota Delta Omicron Upsilon Mu Epsilon Gamma Alpha Lambda Epsilon Chi Iota Kappa Omicron Nu Tau Sigma Lambda Lambda Eta Nu Iota Kappa Sigma Gamma Lambda Omega Sigma Sigma Eta Sigma.